Well, guys, we are back at talking about box office as it relates to a Marvel film, and of course the next one is Spider-Man No Way Home. So let's talk about the absolute insane box office predictions, because if this goes the way these early predictions are saying, this thing is going to be the biggest hit of the pandemic era. So when it comes to the box office predictions for right now, it's still a little early, but of course this doesn't mean that predictions aren't going to make it out there. Just about a month before a film comes out, typically we start to see these, and the first ones were posted by Box Office Pro, and they are forecasting that when it comes to this film releasing right there in time for Christmas and all that hype, the holidays, the hype for this film, everything in regards to the numbers for the trailers, the tracking, and everything. Once you compound it all, and once you look at just these social media impressions and everything going towards the release of the film, they are saying between $135 to $185 million. Now, they're saying this could honestly be on the low end estimates. So what we're talking about here is essentially the biggest opening since Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, which took in $177 million in 2019. Then, of course, everything that had a chance to topple that was delayed due to the pandemic and all that. So, realistically, if this film does, let's say 150, I mean, look, that's back to normal, right? That's back to, is there even anything going on in the world? Like, that's absolutely insane for the United States. And if we go back and look at something, for example, like the previous Spider-Man films, or even Venom, those still did overestimates. So that's why you're seeing such high numbers. Now, there is the caveat on here. If it does only $135 million, is it a disaster? Are those numbers bad? Well,
the numbers don't lie! And they spell disaster for you!
Or at least that's what somebody's going to say, but let's be real. The biggest opening of the pandemic era. I mean, doubling Eternals, for example? Come on. Come on. Like, are we really going to call it a bomb? And I know people are already going to start spinning this and saying this and that, and here's why. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter will be, this thing is going to big opening numbers. Even if it does as low, and I put low in quotation marks, of 100 million. Are we really going to call it a bomb? Disney and Sony and Marvel Studios are going to be over the moon with those numbers, especially because it will set records. So this is honestly nothing. It's nothing to worry about. Everything seems to be lining up for this film to be the biggest film of the year, and definitely going into next year, it's going to maintain momentum. So overall, it's looking pretty good. It's going to be interesting to see how hard they kick up the marketing for this film, because the more marketing they can kick up, the more they're going to make in the long run. So you would think they're going to want to dump so much into this that they make sure when you close your eyes, you see Spider-Man on your eyelids.